Yeah. I can hear you good. Hi. No, it only says two participants on mine. Oh, oh, how can I get that up then so if I can see any questions? Well, I'll do that on my phone. Hmm. I can answer questions. Hmm. Right, I've got it. Oh, how is it not? Okay, I just can't see if there's going to be any chats. See if I open that.
If I do this, can you hear me?
If I open that.
So if I do this, you should be able to hear me on YouTube, but now Julianne won't be able to hear me.
I can't hear you now.
Hold on. I want to see. I just don't know if it'll create an echo if I do this. So if I do this, you should be able to hear me, and then they should be able to hear me. If I do this, can you hear me? See, there's an echo. It's delayed.
But that's,
Or was that your phone?
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, good. All
it's
right.
not, ugh,
I think this is
not
good
letting
then.
me,
It's okay.
I can't see.
I can monitor the chat, Julianne, if not.
Okay.
Yeah, so Julianne's sound is coming from the computer since we are on Zoom. Just to kind of explain like how we had to go around. Usually I just go live directly on YouTube. And this time, because we wanted to go live together and Julianne and I don't live anywhere close to each other, we went through Zoom and I'm still using streaming to go directly through Zoom, but on my screen I'm sharing my Zoom screen. My yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm doing. Yay! All right.
Can
So
everyone hear me?
everybody can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, I'll just say, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go in a couple of minutes to get my kids' teas. It's 5 o'clock here and the tea isn't ready before we started. So just to say hello, and I will be back. Okay?
All right. And I'm going to start it off with I'm just going to go over how to get into the activities that I make, how to unhide the answers if you want to use that template. So I've been getting that question a lot. So I'll just start off with that while Juliane takes care of tea. We are so many hours ahead. So it's early in the morning here, and it's in the afternoon for her. So it's 5 p.m. for her. So she's going to go get tea settled, and I will show you guys how to get into my templates that I hide things in. Cami, it's an educational live. Thank you so much for the support, though. But yeah, we're going to be talking about just teacher stuff. Getting ready for the new semester, the new year. We start back up tomorrow. How many are... I can't even tell how many viewers there are, because it doesn't say. Usually it tells me how many viewers. But, all right. I am just going to go ahead and share my screen now. And my cats are going crazy. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay? Oh, awesome. Okay, well, here is my screen. I'm just going to go through. This is a block reveal. It's just the very first thing that I found. I will share it in the chat right now in case anybody wants it. But really, I just want to show you guys how to get into my templates. So how do you get into it if you want to use it for something else? So there's the activity. Feel free to make a copy of it if you want to kind of follow along. But I hide all of my answers into sheet 2. And the reason why I do that is so that students can't go in there and easily access the answers. Or if they do, I can then tell that they did that because I can check the history. So if I feel like students have gone in there and like cheated their way through an activity, I can tell that based on their history because they have to share that back with me. So I try not to make it easy for them. I'm sorry if you hear my cat running around in the background. I don't know why she's going nuts. But, okay, I'm going to go into view and hidden sheets. And I am going to hit show to. Oh. Okay, so hidden sheets and then show sheet 2. I make this really tiny like this because then it becomes like really annoying for the students to get into it. But it's really not that hard if you know what you're doing. So you just got to remember that most of our kids don't know what they're doing. And they're just kind of trying to poke around in here when it comes to like all this techie stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the top left corner. And that selects the entire sheet. When I do that, when it's all selected, I'm just going to go anywhere on the sheet and I'm going to make it a tiny little bit bigger. And then anywhere on the rows here. So I went on the columns first and I'm going to go anywhere on the rows here and make this a tiny little bit bigger. Okay, now that that's all set up, notice how I'm still holding into the entire sheet. The whole thing is blue. So if at any point you're not holding onto the whole sheet, you want to click back here again. Okay, from here, I'm going to right click anywhere on the sheet, and I'm going to go to view more cell options and conditional formatting. Okay, so again, select the whole thing, right click, view more cell options and conditional formatting, and then I'm going to delete the conditional formatting. So just remove it. When you do that, all of the answers are going to pop up. Sometimes they'll be really, really tiny. So if they are really tiny, just increase the font size. I would do something like 36. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's too big. Let's do 24. And then you can really see the text in here. And there they are. Right, so that's how I undo, that's how I go backwards to find those answers where I put them at. So anyone have any questions about that? I just wanted to show it. It's going to stay in the live because we don't delete these lives. So if you ever want to come back and do that, it's super simple. So again, the trick is holding on to here and doing everything from this piece here. I am going to undo everything now. Undo, undo, undo. Until my sheet goes back to where it was, because I do want it to be hidden. Okay, I wanted to make sure I address that. And now I do see that Juliane is back, but you are on mute, Juliane. Did you want to do pixels first? We wanted this to be like a Q&A. So if you have any questions, we want to address those. But if not, we do have some things planned just to kind of make some activities and give you guys some templates.
Yeah. Is there any questions? Oh, I can't see them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Caroline's here though. She said hi.
Hi.
And Michelle Peters is here.
Hello.
Who else is still here? I know we had a few viewers at the beginning.
Shall I get the pixel up then?
Yeah, do you want to do that? Okay, so since you left, let me make you a co-host here on Zoom again. So that... There you go.
Okay.
And I'll bring your picture back in. And I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Well, I have got this little winter thread up, and once I've created a picture like this, I usually in Google Sheets set up the templates here. Then in the Google Sheets, I make it fit the screen. So just resize. So that's 6. So if I resize it to 5, does that fit in? Yeah. And then you can always resize that because Fred's looking out like he's got a bit of Christmas weight on there. So I'll just do that down. And I apologise if my dog starts barking. He's a bit unsettled. Right, there. That's better. How we used to do it was basically created, if I do it the traditional one, do you know something? I have not done a pixel art in over a year. So you'll have to bear with me. So yeah, we'd do the old fashioned way was how we'd do this. So equals 1. And then it was adding, and this used to be so time consuming. So you basically would be clicking on here, which you can see will take forever. So how I do it, and it was actually Debbie. That's it, because I think you had Mac then, didn't you, Jorgelinas? So you couldn't you couldn't do it with Excel. So what to do is download.
Yeah, so let me just recap real quick. So right now, right, Juliane is on Google Sheets, and this is all the lives that we've ever done. We've always used Google Sheets to format and reformat, and it takes ages and ages and ages. But then Debbie figured out how to do it on Excel. And even though you could get Excel on a Mac, this feature that Juliane is going to show is not part of the Excel on Mac. So I can't do this. If you have a Mac, even if you have the paid version of Excel, this feature is not on there. So this works, but only if you have a desktop and Excel.
So how I do it now is, oh gosh, it's been so long. So this is a find and select button. So it's find, and I can't remember how did I can't remember how I picked it. That's been that long. Find. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember how I picked the numbers. Where am I? Yeah. Ah, there we are. So this is the color picker. So it will pick that color and find all, and it just takes a wee while. And there you are. And of that particular color, there's 440 cells. So then, instead of where Google Sheets, you just clicked on the actual image, you just kind of do random. And how we do it to start with on this bit here, it's the least amount that you pick. So as you go on, you will pick more and more. So usually for the first one, I may do one per sheet like this. Then if I got down to here, I might do two and so on. It's just so the picture isn't revealed too quickly. So at the beginning, I can't remember how I did it. Sorry, I can't. It's been a year. Should have practiced earlier. So,
But that is a good. So now
formulas.
you still have them selected, right? So again, I've never done
Yeah.
it this way. I know this is a lot faster. So maybe we should do like a video. And I do have a PC now. I just cannot. I don't like them. I am a Mac girl through and through, and I wish this was part of the Mac group. Okay, so go back to the find and replace.
Do you know what it is? It's actually changed.
It does look different.
Oh, it does. Wait, I'll just move this here because it's hiding. Yeah, Excel's actually changed since I've last done it, but I will suss it out. Conditional formatting. New rule. Use a formula.
There we go.
So then you go to right. D27. Well, in fact, you can just click on that. That's what's good as well. You can just click on the one that you want to do. And there. So can you see all of these?
Yeah, and those little tiny ones, I'm pretty sure on the screen I can see it, but I'm pretty sure for them it's hard to see. But yeah, they're so tiny. So this really does save you time. Like it really does. We'll do a I think we should do a dedicated video on it, Juliane.
Yeah.
So that we maybe with like a simpler template with like less pixels. But if you have a massive template like this one, it just goes so much faster.
Yeah.
Because you can also select in sections. Like if you want to do big chunks, like using control, like shift and A, like to go from one to another, you can select big chunks of pixels at the same time.
Yeah. Like if I go back to the original, you can see to get this. And also the problem is with that one, it was just picking that particular colour on Excel. With this one, it'd be very easy to say, like, picking a dark one, and then the picture's not going to come out right. I'm not sure if Google do have a colour picker now. I'm not seeing an extension, but might be worth looking. I just find Excel a lot.
No,
quicker.
yeah, Google
Well,
does have Google does have a color picker now. If you are not if you're using Google Chrome, there's a color picker, which is amazing. I've used it a ton, but they don't have the find and replace. So yeah, you can do find and then replace based on color, like you can in Excel. Yeah. So I guess like a rundown, because we'll move on to the puzzles and stuff, and then we'll do a video on this, because pixels are, I feel like they're my favorite, absolutely my favorite. They end up being my students' favorites too, but they are definitely the most time consuming ones to create. But the in essence, what you're doing is you're using the find and replace to find all the color of one particular color, so then you can select from a screen rather than having to train your eyesight to go and try to find them within the image itself. And then from there, you can work one color at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll tell you, like Juliane was showing at the bottom, how many fields of that color you have left. And it's usually thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caroline is saying that she's given up on a lot of them, doing it the old way. But Caroline, didn't you say you're near retirement? What are you doing making pixels? Oh, Bill Clinton is here. Hello. That's so funny.
Do you want, while we're just doing pixels, like I've been reformatting some of the older ones, do you want me just to show how you move like the answers from one bit to another?
Sure.
While I'm on pixels. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, well, let me... recent. I
do have a puzzle and a couple of other things to do too, but that will... I'll make those.
Right, let me see. Right. So, this is one that I created. If it's going to... Yeah, so this one was originally just a basic template that we had on our group store. And recently I've been making some more maths and ELA. So I created this, and I'll show you how to do it. So I think my next bunch is going to be like mythical. So I've got this book fairy. I do love this cute little face. Well, what I can do, if I change this into a maths, I can do that. So and it was Jorgeline that showed me how to do all of this. So I need a working space over here. Sorry, my laptop's on a go slow. And I need loads. It's on an absolute go slow. Jorgelina, do you want to show a puzzle? And while you're doing that, I will set this up instead of just waiting for mine. Yeah?
All right, let's pivot a little. I'll show a puzzle, and then and then Juliane will come back when hers loads, and she will share when she finishes it. She'll share the template in our Facebook group. So if you guys are interested, it's super cute. Once she is done with it, I will share everything right now as well. Right, Anne? I agree. We need to get them to add that tool for us Mac users, because we do pay for Excel, right? I mean, we should have all the features if you're paying for it, but they keep the good ones. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now, and I am going to just move myself out of the way. I'm thinking, I haven't done a puzzle in a while, which is why I wanted to make this puzzle. Where'd it go? Okay, now I just have to find it. Did I move it to the side? I may have moved it to the side. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is what I was using earlier. I already shared this. And this is what I had planned for, just kind of having something to do. I was going to do a task card block reveal and just a general block reveal. And then I have the jigsaw. So with the jigsaw, I am going to make a Lunar New Year. It's the year of the snake starting on January 29th. And I like to kind of celebrate everything with my students. So I am going to be doing a lunar year type of thing for, at my school, we do something called the Culture Cafe on Fridays where we learn about different cultures. So I will be using this there. And I will share this with you guys if you want to. This is the template we're going to be using. Oh. Right, so this is the jigsaw that your students would end up with once we bring in the images there. Okay, and then I have, this is the puzzle where we're going to be bringing the image in. So I will share this one as well if you are interested in following along or saving it for later. But this is a red puzzle because that is the lunar year color, right? The lucky color. Okay, so I am going to be using a image that I created using AI. So it is an image that I created. You're free to use it if you want to. This is the puzzle where we're going to be bringing the image in. So I will share this one. Oh, Juliane, was that you?
Suddenly went really loud.
It's okay. I'm gonna mute you real quick. I'm like, oh no, there's a giant echo. Hold on, let me mute. I'm gonna put you on mute. Okay. Okay. So this is the puzzle, and there's only one thing we have to do with this to create the puzzle. So this image, you are able to use it as many times as you want. You'll just have a red puzzle and you can put whatever image you want in the background. If you've been part of previous like webinars or anything like that, then you've seen exactly how we do this. All you got to do is change the background. So I'm going to go over to background and I am going to choose image. And then you can drag and drop your image into here. But I have all these screens going for the live. So I'm just going to find it. I'm going to browse and I am going to use this image here. Okay, and then this one important thing to do before you close this out is to hit add to theme. When you hit add to theme, it's going to add that same image to all of the files in this presentation. So see how you can see that image here. So now, let me show you the slideshow. This is what students would see. As they're answering questions correctly, they're gonna see the puzzle piece begin to appear. So you just created a puzzle, and that's what students would end up with. All right, so let's exit that out. All right, so using this template that I just shared, you can make an unlimited amount of puzzles. They just will all be red unless you change. You can change the color. It's kind of limited on how you change the color using format options. You can recolor here, but there's not a lot of options available here. But you can if you want to. Yeah, it's a good one, right? All right, and now the rest of this is bringing now these images into the activity template. So in the activity template, I am going to make a copy of this, and then I'll share the lunar year one at the end as well. If you are interested in, this is going to be year of the snake puzzle template. So I'm making a copy so I'm not messing with the one I shared with you guys. You can keep making copies of this one, and anytime that you bring an image, you can do it again. All right, yeah, I'm glad you guys like the picture. All this magic is happening over on sheet 2. And over here is where the images are going to go. Wow, why was that so hard to say? This is where the images are going to go. Caroline, honestly, you just ask it and you have to be specific. So I would share next time. The first ones were like a mess. So you really just have to train it. Like, no, remove this, add this, remove this, add this. Like it at first it's just kind of funky. You just have to be really specific with how you ask when you wanted to create a picture. Okay, so I'm going to leave the first one how it is because it has it's just blank, right? So no matter what, it's going to look the same. But I am going to delete all of these. So I'm just going to select from 1 to 20 and I'm going to delete those because I do have to bring in new images for those. So if I go back to sheet 1, this is gone. But if I put in a picture for number 20, right, that would be over on the jigsaw image, that would be this very last one, right? So I can go clicking on that 21. I'm going to go to File, Download, and then I like to use PNG. And it's going to bring it right up here. And I'm going to leave it up here in the downloads. And then when I go into, that's my last image, I would go to Insert, Image in the cell. And then I'm going to take this piece that just downloaded and I'm going to drag and drop it. And I just use ChatGPT. So I know there's better ones, but I use ChatGPT because it's what it's what I have, and it's free. And if you have the pay version, it works even better. So yeah, now see, here's my last picture. All right, so using that method, it does take a little bit, but it's not incredibly time consuming again, and it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. So I'm just going to go in order. I'm going to go back up here. Remember, we're starting with number 2. So I'm going to go to File and Download PNG. File, Download PNG. It goes up here. I'm going to go back to my puzzle. Insert, Image, in cell, grab, drop. Okay, now I'm going to do the next one. File, Download, PNG. It's going to go up here. Insert, Image, in cell, grab, drop. And then next. And File, Download, PNG. Insert, Image, in cell, drop. Drag and drop. I wish you could fast forward me right now, but we're live. So you can't. But if you're watching the recap, you can fast forward this if you want to. I am going to take a moment right now though to check this. I'm going to erase these answers, and I do like to check them. So when I type in the answers, right, they should show up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4 is the one where I left off. So that picture's gone because there is no picture here. Okay, so we're going to do the next one now. File, Download, PNG. Insert, Image, in cell. And I'm just going to keep going. Next. File, Download, PNG. I know. So Caroline, that's what Debbie does as well. She downloads them and then she converts them online. I feel like it reduces the quality. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just feel like your picture just ends up not being as sharp for some reason. So I just like doing it this way. It keeps me knowing that I went in the right direction. This picture, I made it using ChatGPT. I will say that when you do it all at once, though, there's kind of less room for error because you're not clicking around so much. But eventually you just kind of end up, I call it autopilot. I end up going on autopilot and I'm just, like right now I'm just talking and working, this is how mistakes happen. All right, so I left off here. Let's check. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. No, yeah, and now ChatGPT has a video one. Like you can create a video, which is pretty crazy. I try to play around with it a little bit, but I try to make an image of like a girl just scrolling through her cell phone just to kind of see like what that would do. And I wish I could pull it back up, but it was a few days ago. She was missing her body. It was just a torso like melted into it was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. So it's not very good, but I'm sure it'll get better. It's crazy what technology does now. And now I'm quiet because... Okay, so after I'm done just bringing all these in, I would end up fixing the colors to make sure that they match. And that would be the last piece. And then I would have a template where we can add questions and answers, all of that, always works the same. Oh. All right, I like to pivot and check. Okay, so 9. 11, 12, 13. I think that's where I left off. Yep. Okay. Oh, Lorraine, that's really, they do have that on Canva, but I haven't used theirs yet. I wonder if it's good. I love Canva. I mean, you guys have seen how much I use it. The fact that they give teachers, I don't think they'll give us that version for free for a long time, but the education part of it is pretty amazing. I use it for everything. All right, I'm almost done here.
I'd just say Free Pick has got an amazing AI generator as well.
So Juliane, does it actually generate an image, or is it images that somebody else generated?
No, it actually generates an image.
Oh.
And also, if you've got an image you kind of like and you want something similar, you can put that image in and it'll change it for you. And then
wow.
And once it has created it, because that's what I use for like all my block puzzles and my jigsaw number of the days.
Yeah.
And then you can enhance it and
Oh.
change the colours, and yeah, it's really good because you ask it to do something, but then it's got about 8 different kind of shots, like cinematic or cosmic and everything. It's very, very good.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna have to try and give it a go. Once I get to New Zealand, I will hopefully be able to devote some time. Yeah, my son's girlfriend is from New Zealand. She was there for the holidays. I think we talked about it, Caroline, one time. She brought him Manuka honey and he wouldn't share it with me when I was sick. Do you remember that, Caroline? Juliane uses free pick. Juliane, is that what you said?
Yeah, free pick.
Free pick, yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle was asking.
And there's also, it's called Night Cafe that do really cool ones, but you can only do so many free of those.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to share this one now in the chat. But I'm not happy with it yet. It just, in case you want to follow along now that the puzzle is in here and you want to change the colors with me, I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to erase some of the answers. What I want to do right now for this one, I want to change the background. I don't know if you can notice on the screen, but I can 100% notice that this is not the same red as the background. So, and I want it to be. So I am going to select somewhere out of the puzzle, because when you select into the puzzle, it changes the color slightly. So I'm going to select somewhere out of the puzzle, and I am going to change using the color picker. So I'm going to go to the color picker and select that red. The reason why I do that, what the heck happened? It froze. Come on. You're going to be mean. Let me just refresh real quick because it froze on me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, you select outside, anywhere. Go to the drop down for the color filler. Select the pick custom color, and then from there, you're going to choose that color. The reason why I do that is because now that color is a color that I can use. Okay, so I am going to select the whole thing now and use that color. It'll be this first custom color to fill up my entire sheet. And now the puzzle matches the background. And I just feel like that looks so much better. It looks more like a puzzle and more like the pieces just coming up. I just prefer it that way. And now I'll change everything else around. So I am going to put my answers back in because I want to have just kind of what the final image looks like. So that I can get some of the other colors from within the image using that same technique to fill out the space around it. So it's all colors from the image. I do like to make my answers white. So selecting one and then holding the control while I select the other ones. We'll make sure that I change all of them at the same time. I'm going to change that to white. And then I'll select one of these, like one of the numbers, and use my color picker. And I'm probably going to go with like one of these yellows up here. And then I'll select the rest. And here is that yellow. And then I'm going to go around. I always like a border. You don't need one, but I like it. And I did like how the black looked, but I'm going to use one of these like grays from in here. Maybe that one. And there is my final lunar year template. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to change this too. Let's change that to one of this, like this orangey color. And I think I want to change the background now. Instead, I guess that pink looks okay. Yeah, there's pink in the background. Let's leave it like that. All right, now that is my final template. And I did share it up above, so you can always make a copy. But this is the Year of the Snake template. I don't know if I'm going to cover how to add any. Do you guys want to just kind of see ChatGPT? I'm happy to. We should try to create an image together. You guys want to create an image together? It really is easy. I don't know, Juliane, if you're ready.
Am I? What? Do you want me to do the pixel or do you want to do the ChatGPT?
You can do the pixel. No, that's why. Like, if you're, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing,
Yeah.
and we can.
Should be. Yeah.
All right. So Julianne will do the pixel, and then we'll play around with ChatGPT for a little.
Okay. So I've added a lot more of these just to give some like space. So then I'd already created this template. So all I'm going to do is just copy and paste into here. And I like it to get a bit tidy, so just get rid of the extra. What I then have to do, if you look, it doesn't exactly fit properly. Yeah, it's not much different. No, Rascal, sorry, that's my dog. So this is where it's fiddly. You need to like make each one a little bit smaller just so it fits the whole of this. So I X on there, just and then Control V. Because it is quite a big pixel, anything I do can take a wee while, like you can see, because it's not doing it. It will. I'm not going to do them all. I'm sorry, the weather here in Orkney, Scotland isn't great. We've had lots of storms and stuff, which has affected internet. And I don't know if it's going to play ball with me. Right, yeah, so that's moved down. And then it is faffy, but then to make it fit, you just kind of go to each one and just scroll down slightly and then select them all. And then this one, you would X and then go back up to top here. So I always look at the cell numbers. So this last one is AQ 30. So I need 31, which is there. Oh, I think my answer key that is further down. So I'll go to 32. Rascal. So sorry about my dog. So that is there, and I just adjust them all as I go down. Once I'm happy with this, right, I might have to go and get my son to get the dog in a minute. Once I'm happy with it, that is when then you change the. That's a bit too big. It was 18 I wanted, not 80. So right click, resize, 18. Okay. And then that is better. Yeah, that's better. So after I've done all of this and I've got it right, this is then when you take your answers. I like to change it to the font before I swap over. It's just easier. So I'm just going to phone my son to come downstairs and get the dog. Oh, a bit too small. I normally, for these kind of things, go about 18. Yeah, that's fine. So these are all the answers which are formatted, as you can see. And this one was, I will say this took ages, but that's all the colours for that one. And we always have the most colours in the last one, just so it doesn't reveal the picture. So that one I'm going to put over to here. So you click on it, you have to, what do you call it? Unlock it, is it? Think of the word. Ungroup, yes. And this, I will do it a bit bigger because it's such a massive pixel. Joseph, will you just come and have Rascal a minute for me, please? Okay, thank you. Sorry, that's me phoning my son who's in his bedroom. Right. So once you've ungrouped, you've got to take the very, very top one. So if I on here, that's the next one. There we are. Then you just get rid of that. You do Control X. You come over to here. Just click in the box and then Control V. And there it is. So I can always tell that I've got the top one because you've got to get the very top row in the cell because that goes white. And then if you now look over here, all of them have now been formatted to this one. And that's with just a simple going on it, going up through the merge cells. Thank you, Joseph. And here I can see up here, the top one is LQ206. So very carefully, go on there. I can check, yep, got the right one. Control X, go over, Control V. And so on. So that is now changing what you are doing with that pixel. So if you've got pixels, like there's hundreds, we've got thousands shared on our group, if you want to do a different activity, or just want to change the answers around, this is how simple it is. So there's LQ187. Make sure you've just got the one. LQ17, Control X, come over here, Control V. Has anybody got any questions or want me to do another?
You have to cut and how important it is to cut and not copy and paste. Yeah. And
yeah.
So when you do the thing that Juliane did to like unlock it, unmerge it, you're cutting that one field. And then when you paste it into your new one, it will automatically fill to whatever space you have created for it, which is super nice.
Yeah. So it is always Control X, not Control C.
Ooh, Michelle, that's a really good question. I'll have the answer is no, but I'll have Juliane answer it since she has it because Michelle asked, do you have to make sure that the new activity and old activity have the same number of questions?
No, because if you look at this one, you will see that this is quite a lot of questions on this maths one. And I've only got 22 on here. So if you look, the last one was 22, so 16, 15, 14, that is where the, that it would be there. So all of these, we just see like on one, don't have anything. So this is where it can be a bit time consuming, but what I do is, so I go 1, 2, that's not going to be filled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got an extra 20 cells. So I just go here and I just go up so I know which cell I'm starting with. Right. So my first one is going to have the answer in C30. So what I do then, this can be quite time consuming, especially with a very large pixel. But so this is C20. I start with this because the one's got the least amount of colours. Oh, I've not transferred it, have I? Wait, let me transfer it first. Sorry, the bar that was over. Ooh. Right. So this has got these in. I can get rid of that. What I would do, I could remember that it was C30. So I go into here. I change it for the C30 to start with. You might know a quicker way to do it, Jorgelina. Now, then I need to get rid, because it's formulated for that one, and it's AF132. This can, I wish there was a way that you could just search for a specific cell, but sadly you've got to go through them all. So I've got to look for AF132.
Yeah, they are in
Which,
order by number, but sometimes searching works. Sometimes. If you use Control F, you might get lucky and it'll work, but I don't know why sometimes it does and
what do I
sometimes it
do?
doesn't. Control F
Um, mm-hmm.
and then you type in and sometimes it works, but
No, nothing's coming up. So AF132, and sometimes you look it, it's the very first one, and other times it's not. There we are. So I've got rid of that. So this cell now is no longer part of it. I want it to be part of this cell. So add another range and click on there. So that is now, that colour is now formatted for that cell. So that's okay. I've already changed this. So that's where the answer is. Now I've got to change this part because that's still for the AF132, which is there. So I've clicked on that and it's AR19. So you just change this.
Caroline says, I go cross-eyed looking for cells. Yeah. It's
And then
true.
what I do, I copy this. So it's there. So you can see that has already changed colour. Then I'd go on to the next one. So say I wanted to take something out of here. Oh, I'll do it down here because I haven't changed those, have I? So say I wanted to take out of this one. Right.
Yeah, so
So
basically
then,
to add colors, you have to add numbers, you have to take some of the conditional formatting and then just change those colors into the new format. Like you have to go into the cell. And then you got to work backwards to, let's say you had to remove questions, like if you had too many, then you would just copy and paste the formula of another field into that one.
so then I know this is the next one. The problem is if you do not, because that's C31, because now we're down one, if you do not get rid, T241, so there, see? Sometimes it is the very first one. If you do not get rid of T T30, what is it? T32. If you don't get rid when I add like the 19 in there, if I didn't get rid of it, that would go as well. That would light up. So T32. And you can see straight away it's changed. So it's fiddly, but usually with a pixel, if a lot of ours are 20, if usually you wouldn't have any something like with as many questions as this, you might only have to change 2 or 3, which is quite quick. But yeah, it just means it's any of our pixels are very adaptable for different kind of questions that you may want. So yeah, is everyone okay with that? Sorry, I can't see the questions or the YouTube. Yeah, okay. Anything else you would like? I will finish doing this and I'll put it up on the group. It probably might not even be tomorrow because we're back at school tomorrow, but I will put it up at some point this week.
Oh, I figured you guys can't hear me. I've done so many block reveals that maybe we can skip that. I mean, I'll still make the block reveals and share them later. What? Sorry, Michelle. Paste a review. No, Michelle. She's gonna post the fairy once she finishes it. Cause this template really now she's messed with it so much, it would be kind of hard to fix unless she remembers what she did. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try. I have to figure out how to get the because I do want to I want to play around with the Chat GPT, but I have the paid version with my school, but it has like students' private information on there, like names and stuff. I don't want to use that. So I want to
While you're
see.
thinking that, do you want me to show free pick?
Yeah, do that. And I'll play around with this one to see if I could just use the free version and we can play around with it.
Tools. So here's AI image, AI video, AI voice, AI icon. I haven't used those, but I've used this. So describe what you want to see. A family of elephants in their natural habitat. Oh, style. See, you've got all of these. You can actually have it as a pixel. Oil, nature. Should we have a cartoon fun one? Where's it gone? Oh, there. You can have, so I've done cartoon fun. You can have like colour, so it can be pastel. Um, let's have a vibrant. You can have like mid-shot portrait, aerial. Let's do that. You can change. So let's have it as dramatic and then generate. And with this one, oh, sorry, I'll need to log in. I have to start it again. No, it's got it. So these some that I've created beforehand. Like if you look, if I go down, like the owl, it's pretty. So there you are.
I honestly think
And
this
then
is way better than ChatGPT. ChatGPT makes kind of a mess. I am going to try this. Instead, do you pay for this though, Julianne? Like, is this the paid for version or is it free?
I do have the paid for just because I use it on my store,
Yeah.
but this AI generator is free,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try
I
it.
think.
I'm gonna try this one.
Um,
The ChatGPT does not work this nicely. I will tell you this.
and then because my number of the day are always square, you can like select. So say I want to use that.
I love this. Let's make something for New Year. For the New Year.
Upscale. And there you've got it. You can enhance it. I don't know why I can't. There you are.
Wow.
I just love. Oh, you can mess around with the exposure, the brightness, contrast, color. So, yeah. And like I had night cafe, but you can only do so many free. Whereas I think this is about 400 free. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then you've got all of these. Oh. So and there. What upscale? So you could have it vivid.
Caroline saying she's so going to play when this webinar is over. Me too.
I love it.
I am going to play around with
Absolutely
free
love
pick
it.
so much.
Yeah, it's just fun. But there is one. I'm just trying to think. Edit, explore. You can fix. I can't figure out how to do it, but you could if like if you've got an image you really like, you can put it in and it will redo it to your specifications.
I wonder, can it make you into a cartoon? I've always wanted to do that. Like just take a picture and make myself into a cartoon. You know how people do that on Instagram? I wonder how they do that. I know, I didn't know it was this easy.
Oh, let's see what the video does.
Oh, you can make a
5
video?
second. Start images required.
Oh, you need to upload an image.
Oh, yeah, you can have these as well. Fine. Yeah, it's just fun. Reuse image. Video. Create a video from this image.
Yeah, the cartoon on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat or TikTok or anything like that. Ooh, let's see the video. A majestic elephant.
Oh, I didn't put all that in.
Flap gently in the warm breeze while the young ones engage in a lively display. The sky is vibrant blue with fluffy
It's just
lights.
processing.
It did that itself. Like it recognized
Yeah.
what's on the image. So much more powerful than ChatGPT. I mean, ChatGPT was like kind of where it started, I want to say. Right? So
Yeah, like ChatGPT has changed so much in such a short time.
yeah.
It's crazy. And I've tried other ones, and you do have paid ones for education, but I always go back to ChatGPT.
Yeah. I like ChatGPT for like for that's why I have a lot of student information in there because I like it to help me create like specialized plans for them. So like if I have a student that's falling behind, I will put in what they have and just kind of like the amount of time it should take and it makes like a detailed schedule for them and then I can send that to them through email. That's what I mostly use it for, to generate follow-up plans.
It should
It's
be nearly
awesome.
finished. Just wonder what it's going to be like. I've never used. Mm.
Caroline, I love that. Maybe I should just get it just so I can have a picture of me. She says she only has Snapchat for the picture of herself.
Yeah, I Snapchat. I remember making one of me sat in a cocktail glass.
I love it.
Hmm. Oh, come on. I want to see.
The anticipation's killing us.
Explore other tools while you wait and come back later.
Oh man.
Come back later.
What a tease. Oh, that let us down. It's
It
okay. The
did.
images though are amazing. I do want to see what happens if you don't use animals though. Like, can you tell it to create randomly like lunar year of the snake? Just kind of I want to see what it does. Lunar year of the snake, yeah.
What kind of style? Ooh.
I mean surreal.
Do you want any effects?
Let's see. No lighting. I think just leave it.
Okay.
Character. What is character?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
No. No.
No thanks.
Oh, you'd be able to put you in it.
Huh?
You'd be able to have a picture of you.
It just please don't. Your video is still in the way.
I'm very happy, but I want my video. Oh no.
I mean, it's not terrible, but I
But
wanted it to be like animated.
um, with a snake.
I would say animated or animation or cute. Also, like, what's with the lady's hands? Look at the lady's hands. See the first one? Her hands are like looks like her hands broken.
Oh yeah. I did that. I made one with dinosaurs. I'd put it up in class, and then I hadn't realised that the dinosaur had 6 legs. So the students.
I love that. See,
Isn't that
that's
cute?
cute. I mean, it says 2012, but that's one fat snake. It's like
It's just
a bubble.
doing and like you can actually have make it 8 or
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's like a camel snake. The third one. And I was just
that
like,
one
what is that? It just ate.
is beaten. No, we're gonna have to come back.
It's okay. We'll come
And if
back
the
to it.
video doesn't, I will before we leave, I will put it up on the group.
All right. I think this was fun. We should do it more often, Julianne. This was so much fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I hope
Yeah.
everybody found something useful. I will create a couple 2024 2025 block reveals and share them sometime during the week because I am going to be using them. So, but we have that puzzle. I'll use that puzzle too. I'll put some problems into it for the week that I'm going to use it for, and then I'll share it with the group as always. But it's been over an hour. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And if there's anything in particular you want to know, please let us know. And I will do a video because I'm going to format Winterfred. So I will do a video of me formatting that. Now I've remembered actually how I did it. I can't believe I used to do 1 or 2 a day.
I know, you were so fast.
I can't even remember how to do.
Yeah, awesome. So Juliane will make a video on that, and then I'll do a follow-up too with like a much simpler pixel. I have that snake one that I want to make. So I'll try to do that. I'll do the snake one and then just post the video. But you're so welcome. Elizabeth, I didn't even realize you were here still. Elizabeth is in my master's program with me. We just finished our first semester. We're starting our second one soon. Rock stars.
See ya. Yeah, the video.
Oh, the video. Oh,
That's pretty cool.
hey, that is pretty cool. It's like almost like a GIF, right? Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Right, I am going to go and relieve my son of the door. That was lovely. Sorry I couldn't see your chats, but we will figure it out for next time.
Yeah, we'll keep working on it. At least we were able to go live. Elizabeth, I think you said you needed geometry stuff? Area? Let me know because I'll definitely send you some. Yeah. All right, that's actually what we're doing. We're going to start working on surface area, so I'll do that and send it over. But you said triangle, right? Like common triangles? Pythagorean theorem type of deal. I have a bunch of that. But I'll send it through. I'll post it on the group and then I'll send it to you through email. Trig. Okay, awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe and like the live because I feel like a lot of teachers don't know how to find them. So then if you like the live, it might push it out. I don't know how YouTube works, to be honest. But Sokotoa. All right, I have a lot of Sokotoa stuff.
Okay, guys.
Bye, Juliane. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.